Hi everyone, Marissa here from WIREWAX's Customer Success. Really excited to present a brand new feature we've released, giving you more freedom than ever with your interactive projects, which is the custom hotspot uploader. So as you may know, the hotspot is the basis for all interactivity on WIREWAX Studio, and now it's very easy to remain on brand with your hotspots by customizing them to be anything you like, whether that's an icon, text, logo, or any branded graphic. We've added not only the ability for you to customize our existing library of standard hotspots, but you can also upload any SVG or PNG to create into a hotspot as well. In addition, you can designate specific designs for hotspots on an individual basis, so that means that you can use multiple hotspot designs throughout your video. So in this tutorial, I'll walk you through customizing an existing hotspot and also uploading your own graphics to create into hotspots. So I've uploaded and tagged my video already. So in the hotspot design manager, I've chosen one of the standard hotspots to start. And then when I preview my video, you'll see that plus icon in black and white, motion tracking the products in the video. Let's say I wanted to make this a little bit more on brand for my company or my purposes. So in the Hotspot Design Manager, I can configure the settings for this particular hotspot. So I'm going to click on Configure. And then for this hotspot, I can perhaps make it a bit larger and maybe change the primary and secondary color. The width of the plus is customizable here as well. And then I'm just going to apply this to my video and preview again. You can also save your configured hotspots as templates to use later on. Then when you go back to your hotspot design interface, there will be the templates section here below the standard ones with all of your templates that you've created. All right, so now let's say we wanted to actually upload a custom graphic to use for this hotspot. Let's go to the Hotspot Design Manager. And from here, instead of configuring one of the standard hotspot designs, I'm going to choose Custom. And here you'll see a couple of options. So you have the custom configuration for the initial state of the hotspot as well as the hover state of the hotspot. So on your video, you can actually customize what this hotspot is going to look like when someone puts their mouse over it versus when they take their mouse cursor off of it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is upload the image for both of these states. So for the initial state, I'm going to choose an image. Let's go with the white logo here. And I'm going to change the size, maybe bump it up to about 6 ems. And then I'm going to take off, let's see, the border, the background. I'm going to leave the transition on so that we can have a nice transition from the initial state to the hover state. But you're welcome to customize your hotspot using any of these options here. Then I'm going to go to the hover state. I'm going to upload a new image for this state as well. I'm going to use the white on black logo for the hover state. And I'm actually going to make it a little bit bigger than the initial state so that when I hover my mouse over it, I get a little bit of grow effect. And now I can preview my hotspot on the left-hand side here just by mousing over it, or I can click hover to see the hover state versus the initial state. I can also save this as a template. This will ensure that I can use this hotspot for future videos. Then I'm going to click apply and save this design to my video. So now again, when I go to preview, those pluses are now replaced with my custom hotspot. Pretty cool. All right, so the last thing I'll show you is, let's say that you wanted different hotspot designs for different hotspots in your video. So maybe for some of the products like the gray suitcase, I want one design, whereas I want a separate design for the yellow suitcase, let's say. So what I'm gonna do is come over to my hotspot manager, and let's say on the yellow suitcase hotspots, I want a completely different design. So on this hotspot itself, and again, you just hit the drop down here to get this hotspot configuration. Under custom hotspot design, I get the same hotspot design manager that I do for the global settings, but this hotspot will just apply to the yellow suitcase hotspot. So let's say I want to go back to the black and white direct sum hotspot. Maybe I'll even make it a little bit bigger to match the hotspot that I just created. Then I'll save that. All right, so now when I preview my video, on the yellow suitcase hotspot, I have my plus design, and on the gray suitcase hotspots, I still have that same custom logo that I created. So you can create as many hotspot designs as you like for all the hotspots throughout your video. You can simply either set them globally on the panel on the left-hand side, or per hotspot in the hotspot manager, you can set each hotspot to have a different custom hotspot design. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions on how to use the custom hotspot uploader or the hotspot configurator, please feel free to reach out to support@wirewax.com, or you can chat us here in the studio at any time, and we will be more than happy to help you out. Cheers!